Oh, what's in there? What is that? There you go. Oh, there are some treats in there from St. Nick. Where have you been? Oh my goodness, you better say hello to me. There you go. Go in there with your big butt. I'm gonna spank you. Hi, sweetie. You want a cookie? There you go. Oh, I just gotta pet you. Yeah. Oh, here he goes. He's working on the green tube. Look, his leg is cutting it just like a scissors. Get some marshmallows too. Oh, you took a handful. You gonna put that in your hot cocoa? Really? Can you just have a sleepover with me? Just once? Oh, hello there, pal. I might start filling some stockings and tossing them out there. Come on, Gurdy. What did St. Nick get you? What did St. Nick get you? Oh, you've been a good girl. A really big good mama. Give me that big butt. The biggest butt in the group. Hey, happy OONSDAY, guys. It's official. It's December. Look, there's no raccoons. Last night, I didn't see one raccoon. I had some food out, and in the morning, it was gone, so they must have showed up very early in the morning. So, I have some fun stuff out there for them. I want them to show up. It's kind of a test tonight. We are at that line of temperature around 37 degrees, where either they show up or they don't. So that's kind of the test. I'm going to try and lure them in with all the good smells and fun. Well, here we are, 1 whole hour later. Not a single raccoon. Mr. Wiener, I've been waiting hours for you. Where have you been? Oh my goodness, you better say hello to me. So in these 2 tubes here, it's kind of like a thin wrapping paper, and underneath I have marshmallows and I have peanuts in the shell. I want to see if they're going to try and reach through there, or if they're going to break right through the paper. I just had to do a little challenge for them. And I kind of want to start getting them in the Christmas theme, just in case temperatures are agreeable and they start showing up. Okay, he brought that big male with him with the crooked tail. So yeah, I have some Christmas plates out here. Oh, here he goes. He's working on the green tube. Look, his leg is cutting it just like a scissors. There you go, Mr. Wiener. So lots of peanuts in there for him. Boy, I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, thinking, my goodness, I'm wasting my entire Saturday night. They're not going to show up at all. But here they are. I also brought the tube out, this little kiddie tube, and have some peanuts in there. I'm curious if they're going to crawl in there. We need more to show up than these 2. But with torpor, you never know. Some could still be in that involuntary sleep mode. And I was thinking about that, you know, what are the environmental triggers that snaps them out of that? From what I've researched, you know, it could only be a few hours at a time that they fall into an involuntary, really deep sleep, and it really slows down their metabolism. And they kind of briefly wake up and their body goes back into it again. So I don't know when they have those periods where they wake back up. Do they sniff out their tree hollow and have the cold air hit their nose and go, I'm going to look for food, or I'm staying put? And I'm wondering if their appetites really drop this time of year, that they don't need as much food either. So I have a lot to learn about this yet, but I'm sure happy to see Mr. Wiener here right now. He's got some Captain Crunch in between his toes. Look, I got some peanuts here for you. And a couple more just showed up. Well, that's that same male. And another little guy. All right. Well, maybe we will get some numbers tonight. I am real curious about that. So the forecast is supposed to be about 37 degrees steady all night. So not terrible. I would think if it's above freezing, they're going to come out. And that's kind of what we're testing tonight. How many are going to show up? I might do this a couple more hours and then I'm going to head off to bed. So in that 2-hour period, I want to see how many show up. We're at 3 right now. Oh, I just gotta pet you. Yeah. Before you go back to sleep, you gotta give me some attention. That's the least you could do, all the good stuff I do for you. Just let me cuddle you. Please. Really, can you just have a sleepover with me? Just once. You can sleep right in between me and my wife. I'm sure she wouldn't mind at all. You'd keep us so nice and warm. I know you would. Look at that fur. I can't believe people in the year 2023 still want to trap these guys for their fur. I honestly don't get it. Like, I understand it in humans past, but these days we have everything we need clothing-wise, and I guess they would argue they're keeping tradition alive. But I was thinking about this. You know, it's illegal to shoot a songbird or a raptor, something like an eagle or a hawk, for their feathers, because we overdid it in the past. For ladies' hats, and they used feathers for all sort of decorative purposes. And you can't do that anymore, and there's no need to do it anymore. And I'm wondering to myself, why is there a need to trap these guys just for their furs? We're not wearing their hats anymore. We're not wearing blankets and coats made of them. And it just doesn't click with me personally. I have all sorts of interesting ideas. You know, I was thinking that real recently was the deer hunting season. I am not a hunter. It's never appealed to me. I would rather shoot animals with a camera than with a gun. So look at this guy. He's in the tunnel. But I do enjoy fishing. And I'm a catch and release fisherman. I like to catch fish and I like to throw them back. I go out in my canoe. It's a lot of fun for me. Very rarely will I keep a fish to eat. And I'd say 99% of the time I'm letting them go. And for me, it's always something I could justify, because I've always heard fish really don't experience pain like we do. And the idea is you can release them and they'll be just fine. And I was thinking, what if there was a way to hunt without killing an animal, where someone could get the thrill of tracking a deer but not killing a deer? And this is going to sound a little controversial, but I've thought about this. What if people went out with paintball guns? They can track a deer, they can shoot a gun with a paintball, it splatters on their fur. Now, it might bruise the deer, but the deer is at least gonna live. Now, I'm not arguing about if hunting's right or wrong. That's not my argument. My argument is for those who want the thrill of hunting, but they don't want to take an animal's life. They don't want the food. They just want the experience. Are you gonna come in here? You can. I said you can. You can spend the whole night, I promise. But, yeah, it's just a thought. And if it preceded the actual gun season, where it is something where they want to bring the herd level down so there isn't starvation and long winters, and that makes a little sense to harvest deer for that reason. It should precede the actual gun season, so all the deer are marked with orange and red paintballs so the hunters can find them easily. It's just a crazy idea I had. So, what are your thoughts on that? It sounds cruel, but it's, at least they're living. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, that guy's back. He was the one the other night with the real slobbery ear. And still, it looks a little weird by that ear. Let's see if he gets close again. I gotta check that out. Mr. Wiener, you gotta go into the tunnel. There you go. Go in there with your big butt. I'm gonna spank you. So I had been sitting here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, patiently waiting for these guys. And I think I have more patience than most. Number one, I'm a painter, a professional painter. I've been for nearly 30 years. You have to be an incredibly patient person to be a professional painter. Two, when I was a kid, I was very different. I could sit in the woods still for hours just waiting for a deer to get really close to me. I've had many close encounters with bucks and with does, especially this time of year around the rut. I'd make a point to go out in the woods and I'd I'll be honest, I'd snort at the male deer. I would try and get them, call them in with noises I would make, and I'd have antlers that I'd rattle. I didn't hunt. I just wanted to get close to deer. And I've been up in a tree because bucks chased me up a tree. So I know what it's like to patiently wait for hours for an animal to get close. So it's just something I have much experience at, where I'm sure a lot of you are like, you're crazy to take 2 hours of your weekend night just to wait for these guys to show up to film them for a little bit. For me, it's a thrill. I really enjoy it, especially if I put out little contraptions for them to make it really fun for me and for you, the audience. This isn't much tonight. I was thinking if Cutie showed up, Wiener, and let's say Elton John, a lot of my favorites came, I might start filling some stockings and tossing them out there and let them have a little St. Nick moment. St. Nick's is coming up real soon here. Okay, we have raccoon number 4 for the night that just showed up. Oh, you're not so shy. Don't have a name for this one. I've seen it around. So that's some cereal out there. It's kind of like a Captain Crunch with the mixed berry cereal pieces in it. I want to have some fun, sweet stuff for them. Some people give me a hard time about me giving them sugary treats. But anyone who watches my channel knows majority of the time it's dog food, it's peanuts. I mean, just look right now what's all out there. That cereal is a very small portion to all the good stuff out there. The high protein dog food and the peanuts in and out of the shell. So it's okay. You even hear from rehabilitators of raccoons that they give them cookies and they give them sugary treats. It's just fine. Okay, raccoon number 5 just arrived. That's the one with the stubby little tail. Like that back quarter of his tail is missing. He kind of has a golden brownish color on his nose too that blends in with the light brown. He's very distinguishable, which means I should probably give him a name because I could tell him apart pretty easy. So I don't know if Wiener's going to come back. Where did he go? I hope he does. I had someone ask how he got his name, and if he comes back, I'd like to share how Mr. Wiener got his name. Oh, someone's a little camera shy there. There you go. There's some treats in there for you. Getting you ready for the holidays. You gotta practice. Practice opening up gifts. If the weather's agreeable, I'm gonna wrap you guys up a bunch of gifts. So I'm trying to lure this one in a little closer with these pieces of cookie. This one seems to have a little bit of a sweet tooth. There you go. There you go. Look how nice and close you are. So that's about as close as that one's ever been. Very cute face. I wonder what happened to its tail, that he's missing that back end. Did a coyote grab you from behind and you escaped? You got a memory? A forever memory? Here, let's see if we... Oh, come on. It's right here. You can do it. So nervous. There you go. You can trust me. The worst I'm gonna do to you is pet you. Maybe tickle your belly. There you go. I like that tiny little tail. So I don't know if you've seen some of my earlier videos from this year. There's a squirrel that comes into the yard with no tail. And it looks like a rabbit that climbs trees, so I named it Squabbit. And Squabbit's been around lately, but Squabbit is so super shy that I can't open the door and film it. Just takes off. And I've noticed the other squirrels just hate it. I guess it just looks too different and they want to bully it. And it kind of has to get lucky to find an area with food where it's not pestered. Another neat experience today was I got a bird feeder hanging in the middle of the yard over there. Underneath it were 15 mourning doves. Just a crowd of mourning doves. So That was a cool sight. Tons of sparrows today. The yard was really full of life. A lot of squirrels. Come on back. Come on. Here, I got some cookie for you. See, you're getting to know me. Yeah. There you go. We can build a relationship. It's just going to take some time. Okay, let me get another cookie for you. Isn't that something? All that good stuff out there. All those peanuts, all that cereal, all that dog food, sunflower seed. And this one says, I want cookies. Yeah, pretty soon I think I can hand feed you. That bashful little face is so cute. There's some pieces right there. You probably want this whole big piece, don't you? You're thinking about it. Yeah, you're a little nervous. That's okay. That's what you're supposed to be. It's going to take some time. Yeah, he saw himself in the camera. This camera has a little screen in the front that also shows the image. And I've noticed that with some raccoons, they're real curious about that image and they put their noses right in looking at it. So Opie the opossum seems to be liking the dog food. So these are 2 new possums that just came in. Oh, here's my voice. So yeah, I'm probably going to give this one more hour and I am going to wrap up the experiment. So let's see if we get more than 5. I don't know. This torpor mode that they go into, that partial hibernation, really changes everything. I noticed September and October, they were just ravenous, their appetite, and I was getting huge crowds back here, 20 to 30 pretty consistently. And now I'm just getting a handful here and there. And they don't seem very hungry. They just nibble and then off they go. Then they come back, nibble a little more, and off they go. You know, it's kind of funny. About 4 possums and 5 raccoons, almost a tie tonight with the species. And I've noticed that the very cold winter days, the possums will be out and about. You'll see their tracks, but you will not see a raccoon track on those very cold days. Boy, this guy's really close to me. He's about 4 feet in front of me right now. I would just love it if they get accustomed to me like the raccoons, and I can have them here on the front step and interact with them. They're not as inquisitive as a raccoon. Raccoon is very curious. They want to check you out. They look you in the eyes. So this guy is bold. He was about 1.5 feet in front of my camera right there. Wow. Beautiful animal too. But you look at their fur, they don't have a thick coat like a raccoon. So why is it they can handle those cold temps better? I don't know. And that tail has nothing on it. And those paws have nothing on it. They must have antifreeze for blood. Okay, there's number 6, and a very nervous number 6. Well, looky here, number 7 is Big Gurdy. Hi, Gurdy. Oh, come here. Gurdy, I got a cookie for you. I know you love cookies. Oh, it's good to see a familiar face. Look at all this fun stuff for you, Gurdy. I don't know, it's that time of year where I think it's kind of silly for me to put out all this. I got a feeling a lot of this is going to be here in the morning. Hi, sweetie. You want a cookie? There you go. What a big, beautiful girl. Gurdy, Gurdy, Gurdy. Look at this. Look, I got some sweet stuff for you here. You want some marshmallows? Are you just in the mood for cookies? Oh, Gurdy girl. There you go. Get some marshmallows too. Oh, you took a handful. You gonna put that in your hot cocoa? It's freezing out. I like marshmallows in my hot cocoa. How about you guys? Marshmallows or no marshmallows? And I'm curious how many of you out there are fans of eggnog. Me? No. But every year I'm curious, thinking maybe I've changed. And this year I'll like eggnog. And no, every year I hate eggnog. You could even say I'll put brandy in it, and then it'll be worth your time. No. Gurdy, you want a cookie. You are sniffing all over for a cookie. Marshmallows just aren't doing it for you. Oh, Captain Crunch. She's thinking about it. Nah. Is this what you're looking for, sweetie? Huh? Oh yeah, those are little cookie pieces I had crumbled. Here you go. I wonder if Gurdy's the biggest one out of all the raccoons. She might be. I wish she would let me pick her up so I could see how heavy she is. I don't think that would turn out very well. Hi, sweet Gurdy. Well, look at you. Look at you, you big, big girl. Oh, you better get it. So giant, but so gentle. Gurdy, what's in here? What's in the stocking? Come on, Gurdy. Look it. If you reach in there, I bet you St. Nick left you something. You're so cute, Gurdy. Okay. There you go. Oh, what's in there? What is that? There you go. Oh, there are some treats in there from St. Nick. Come on, big Gurdy. Come on. Come on, Gurdy. What did St. Nick get you? What did St. Nick get you? Oh, you've been a good girl. A really big good mama. Give me that big butt. The biggest butt in the group. Well, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to call it quits at number 7 with Gurdy. So happy OONSDAY. We're learning a little bit about these guys and their schedule during this in-between period where they're going in and out of torpor with that involuntary hibernation. Just a handful are showing up. They don't want to eat as much, and they leave rather quickly. So I'm going to clean this up because we're going to get some snow showers. So happy OONSDAY. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Bye now.